Now, as Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference kicks off, the tech giant faces unprecedented scrutiny over its artificial intelligence strategy. Our very own in-house tech expert, Technical Guruji, is there in California as he gets us all kind of insights. Let's go straight to him in San Francisco. Let's find out from Technical Guruji. Gaurav, can you highlight the key launches that Apple has talked about today?
Well, the first major highlight of the launch event was the new naming scheme now, because right now they have not been in sync, considering the latest iOS version was iOS 18, the Watch OS was a different number, the Vision OS was a different number, but now starting this year, Apple is now keeping all of them in sync to the current year. So today it was all about the iOS 26, iPadOS 26, Mac OS 26, which is named as Mac OS Tahoe, and then again Vision OS 26, Watch OS 26 and TV OS 26. Now, the first thing which was a main highlight to all these new softwares is the new liquid glass design, which gives a very consistent approach all throughout, starting from the iPhone to the Apple Watch to in fact the Apple TV experience. You talk about the new iPad experience, or in fact even in the Mac or maybe the Vision Pro, you'll have a very consistent approach. That's all thanks to the new liquid glass design. Apart from that, we have had some great improvements in Apple Intelligence. Talk about live translation for messages or calls. Well, it's pretty useful. At the same time, now we have visual intelligence to search for stuff which is present on the screen. So I think everything combined, lots new updates coming in from Apple.
Well, Technical Guruji joining us from Cupertino in California. Well, just break it down for us in terms of the new features we can expect, post updates, whether it's the iPhone, also when it comes to the iPad or even the Mac.
Okay, so the developer beta is out right now as I speak. The public beta is coming next month, which is in July, and the overall stable release for all these new softwares will be happening this fall. You can expect the launch of the new iPhone and maybe the new Mac products in October, or if they're not coming, then still we'll have all the softwares out by this fall. Now, speaking of the devices which are compatible with these new softwares, I'll start with the iOS. So if you have any iPhone SE, which is second generation or newer, or you have an iPhone which is iPhone 11 series or newer, you will have the latest iOS 26. Speaking of the Mac, for all the Mac products that are powered by Apple Silicon, you are definitely going to get the Mac OS 26. In addition to, we have the support for MacBook Pro, which is the 16-inch model from 2019. Also the MacBook Pro 13-inch variant from 2020 with the 4 Thunderbolt ports. iMac 2020 and newer, Mac Mini 2020 and newer, Mac Studio 2022 and later, and also the Mac Pro starting from 2019 till now. Speaking of the iPad OS, again, all the Apple iPads with Apple Silicon definitely getting this in. At the same time, we have the support for iPad Mini 5th generation and newer, iPad Mini which is coming with the A17 Pro chip, iPad 8th generation and later, iPad in fact with the A16 chip as well, iPad Air 3rd generation and newer, then again iPad Pro 11-inch, first generation and newer, and iPad Pro 12.9-inch, third generation and later. Speaking of Watch OS, basically Apple Watch SE 2nd generation and all the Apple Watches starting Apple Watch Series 6 till date, whatever the models are available, and Vision OS of course comes to the Vision Pro. So I think pretty extensive list in terms of supported devices. And okay, if you have an older iPhone or an older Mac or iPad, you might not receive the latest update, but then again I think it's very extensive from Apple in terms of the supported devices, and yeah, it's a pretty detailed list.
Right, so Technical Guruji, a lot to look forward to as far as an Apple fan is concerned. Thank you so much for joining us all the way from Cupertino in California.